for Lumi Wealth, you can find our page here. And we post a lot of free content on here. So actually right here is what we're doing right now. There you go. Perfect. Right. So if you guys go to our YouTube, search for Lumi Wealth, the name of our company, you'll be able to find us on YouTube, and make sure you guys like and subscribe, because we put on a lot of free stuff on this page. We do a lot of things on here. We're also live on Facebook and not Instagram, LinkedIn, and a few other platforms as well. So make sure you're following us on all these different socials, because we do put out a lot of free content, a lot of really cool stuff. Awesome. Okay. And today is a very special one, right? Today is something that I'm really excited to show you guys, because we've been working on this for a long, long time. It's been months in the works, and we finally have this thing available to you. So I'm very excited to show you today. Not only am I going to show you how to make bots using AI, but we have also made it super, super simple to backtest them as well, which is built now directly into the website. We make this super easy for you guys to use. I think you guys are going to really love this. And coming up next very soon is we're going to allow you to also run the bots directly from our website as well. So we're going to make your lives much, much easier. We're actually looking forward to, like, our vision, what we're trying to build out here is so you'll have like an iPhone app. You'll be able to just talk to it and say, hey, I want to make a trading strategy that trades options on Tesla or trades options on Palantir, or whatever the heck you guys want to do. You could describe it with your voice. It'll make that trading strategy for you. You could back test it. You could run it, and all that in one swoop, basically. Super easy. We're also going to be adding in the ability to use other people's strategies too. So you guys can go on there. You could actually take our strategies, use them, remix them, take AI, change them to trade different. Like, for example, you could take our Palantir bot and just really easily click a button and do it. Instead of for Palantir, do it for, whatever other stock you're into. Tempest is one that I really like personally. We're going to make this super, super easy for you. So this is the first in those steps of actions. I think you guys are going to love not only what we have for you here, but then also what we're working on going forward. All right. Okay. So first of all, let me show you guys our BotSpot website. If you've never seen this before, you can check it out by going to www.botspot.trade. I'm going to share with you guys the link inside of Zoom. I'm going to share with you guys a link on YouTube and Facebook and all that. So you guys have all that available. Check out botspot.trade. It's not .com, it is .trade. Okay. And when you get to this website, you'll see that on here we have a bunch of our trading strategies that we're running, and also other people are running as well. So this is meant to be a very social type thing. You'll be able to see exactly all the different bots that people are running on our website, including the ones that we're running, any of the ones that people make public, I should say. If you guys want to run a bot on here, you can make it private. But if you want to make it public, I think it's even more fun, because then we can basically see how everyone else is doing as well. So up here, let me sort this by the top for the past 6 months, because a lot of our bots, they don't have a year track record yet. They're going to be having it pretty soon. But this one, for example, our Condor Spy 12, this one's been doing really, really well. Condor Spy 10. This is a bot that trades iron condors. If you guys know a little bit of options trading, iron condors basically make money as long as the stock market doesn't move, but we added a bunch of additional stuff to this, checking the VIX and whatever. This one's been doing really well since inception. So this thing started August 15th. It's up 58% already. Quite nice. Even when the stock market was down, it's still up. Fantastic. This is one strategy that's on there that we built a while ago. If you sign up to our pro plan, actually, you guys can get the code and run this yourselves if you want to do that. Here's another one, our EMA spreads. This one has been running as well, doing quite well, right? This one's up 28% since we started it, since September. So was that 6 months or so? It's up 28%. That's pretty damn good. Right, we have a bunch of other ones here. So if you guys want to check it out, you can go to botspot.trade. You can kind of go through a bunch of our different strategies, see how they're doing. Any of these strategies that are on here, you guys can actually get if you join our pro plan. You can get access to all of them. Right? Cool. Or, and this is the fun part, you guys can make your own strategies using AI. All right. So I'm going to show you how this works. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to log out, and I'm going to show you guys how to create an account. So we do have a 30-day free trial. So if you guys want to check this out and actually build this yourself, it's available for free for 30 days. right? You're going to click on this button here. Here's a little thing describing basically what it's all about, right? We have a little video here that you can watch as well. So you can kind of check it out. And you can go ahead and when you go to the next step, right, we're going to fill out your name, email address, phone number, and then we're going to ask you for your credit card, which is, basically just once the 30 days is over, we'll charge you $30. If you guys don't like it, you can cancel. It's very easy to cancel. But I think you guys will really like it. So I think you guys will stick on board because we've been seeing some pretty crazy stuff that people have been building. And actually, if that's you, if you guys are building some cool stuff with our technology, put it in the comments. Please comment below. Let me know what kind of bots you guys are building or what kind of bots you guys want to build. If you're watching the recording of this, put it in the comments. I want to see what you guys come up with because you can build a ton of stuff. Oh, let me share my screen for you here, Nate. Thank you for letting me know. We're sharing it live on YouTube, but we were not sharing it live on Zoom. So thank you very much for letting me know, Nate. Great. So just really quickly again. So here's BotSpot. You sort by 6 months. Here's our Condor Spy 12. This is one I was talking about. Up 58% over the past 6 months or so. Doing really well. Up to 300 grand in this account. Here's the other one I was talking about, the EMA spreads. This one's been doing really well, up 28%. Right, again, even though the market's down, this one just basically stopped trading when the market was going down. It has some checks there if the VIX is too high and all that. This is one of my favorites too, the Alpha Pick Strong Buy. This one's been doing really well. This is just only trading stocks. It's doing incredibly well, right? Up 8.5%. Even despite the market being down, still up 8.5% since August. Very good, right? And it's in green, whereas the S&P 500 is in gray. So you can see here, being the S&P by a nice margin. Before the crash, we were up a heck of a lot more than the S&P, and I expect when there's a rebound, we're going to see this thing really skyrocket again. Still doing well, but I think it's going to go really through the roof. But okay, cool. So those are the bots. If you guys want to sign up to create your own bots using AI, you're going to click on this button here, create strategy using AI. You're going to be taken to this page. You're going to click start your 30-day free trial, fill in your name, email address, phone number, and then on the next page, you're going to be prompted to put in your credit card. Again, it's free for 30 days. And actually, we have a special for anyone who does it during this workshop, right? That's you guys here. And we're going to be counting this if you're doing this from YouTube. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. We're just going to check what time you did it at. We're going to give you double the amount of AI credits. You get 100 AI credits per month. If you sign up in the next hour, you're going to get double the amount of AI credits. So you guys get a really nice bonus for attending this workshop and for signing up during this time. We're going to give you double the amount of AI credits. So make sure you sign up. This is the perfect time to do it because not only are you going to get it for free, right, for 30 days at least. And then if you guys sign up during this time, you get double those credits. So you'll be able to build a lot more AI strategies, build a lot more cool stuff with it. All right, okay. So let me log in here and let me show you how this all actually works. As it is pretty damn cool. The first time I ever did this, I was like, I almost fell out of my chair. I was like, holy crap, this thing can do amazing stuff. So let's click on create strategy using AI. And when you get here, you're going to see a page like this. This is very similar to like a Chat GPT. If you guys have ever used Chat GPT before, I feel like almost everyone now has. Incredible how fast that product grew. It's like Chat GPT for making trading strategies, right? So if you go to Chat GPT and you tell it, make me a trading bot that does X, Y, and Z, first of all, it's not going to do it properly. Right? I know this because a lot of our clients do this all the time and tell me about it. I know this because I've done this a bunch of times. It just is not trained to do it properly. What we have done is we have built an AI custom made specifically for trading algorithms to be able to build these things to automatically trade for you. So if you ask it to build you an options trading strategy or a stock trading strategy or a crypto trading strategy, it can do that automatic for you by just using words. Right? So here's an example. Okay, so here we have a couple of examples that you can use to try out, right? So for example, this is one that I like is make a bot that trades TQQQ based on a 200-day moving average filter. Buy TQQQ when the price is above the 200-day moving average and sell when it is below. Okay, this is one that I really like. You can click on that. It's going to automatically fill in this text box below here. But you can actually even change it, right? Like you can type in your own stuff, whatever you want to put in. It's literally just regular, natural language. You're writing it out just like you would, to write to ChatGPT. Do this for me, right? Here's some other ones. I want a bot that trades SPY using RSI, right? Or, which is really cool, we actually added in the ability to use Perplexity now to do things like trading off the news. So, for example, make a bot that asks Perplexity which stocks have the highest short interest, buy the top 5 stocks with the highest short interest, right? Or you could say something like, buy stocks after hours that have just had better than average earnings, right? That have better than expected earnings, right? If a stock came out with better than expected earnings, buy that stock. You could literally just type that in; it will work for you. Another one that we've built in the past was build a bot that looks for biotech companies that are probably going to get approved soon, that have drugs that are going to get approved soon. You can literally type that in. It will build out a bot for you, write that Python code for you, and it's very easy for you to launch that. So a lot of really, really cool examples here. I'm going to stick to a simple one. Make a bot that trades TQQQ based on a 200-day moving average filter. Buy TQQQ when the price is above the 200-day moving average and sell when it is below. So a pretty simple strategy, right? Basically, I'm going to click on generate strategy. We're going to let that go. It takes a few seconds to do this. But this strategy, essentially what it's doing is it's looking for if you are in an uptrend, right? If the market's in an uptrend, they call this actually, I think, the golden ratio or something like that. There's a specific name for this, a 200-day moving average. This is a famous thing that says if we're above the 200-day moving average, generally we're considered to be in a long-lasting bull market. If we're below, then it tends to be a time that is good to short or something like that. So we use that. We use a 200-day moving average, but you guys can use your own things. You could use different. I've heard people that use one moving average crossing another. You could do all sorts of different things, but we keep it simple here. I made this strategy. You can see here, it literally only took seconds. It's crazy. To tell you guys, we've been making trading algorithms for over 5 years now. And literally, if we were to build something like this from scratch, it would have taken us hours. And this is professionals that know what the heck they're doing, right? We've been teaching people how to do this from scratch, and even people with Python experience that are coders, it would take them literally days to do that, right? And I see that you guys have some questions here. Are you sharing screen? I was looking for that. Awesome. So cool. Thanks, Nate. Awesome. Yeah, so we've been teaching people how to do this for years, and it literally, like, it would take you days to build something like this. Now, literally in seconds, you type it out, plain text, and it creates this thing for you. It's amazing, right? So you can actually look through this. If you're a coder, you can look through the code, see how it all works, right? If you're a non-coder, we have this AI notes section. They can actually read in plain text what it does, right? So it says, this script implements a simple trading strategy for TQQQ using LumiBot. The strategy calculates a 200-day moving average based on daily historical prices. In the on-trading iteration method, you can keep reading that. It will tell you exactly how this thing works in plain English so you can understand exactly what this thing is doing, okay? Now, before today, right, if you were doing this a week ago, you would have had to copy this code. You'd put into some sort of a code editor like Replit or like a VS Code or something like that. Now we've made this a heck of a lot easier for you guys. So check this out. This is brand new. This literally did not exist until this week, right? You can click on the backtest strategy button right down here, okay? And this is going to take you to a page where you can actually backtest the strategy. Now, if you guys don't know what backtesting is, it's basically simulating how this thing would have done in the past, right? How would this thing have performed in the past? So what we're going to do is I'm going to set a date range. I'm going to go back to 2011 because TQQQ came out in 2010. So we're going to do about as far back as we can go, January 1st, 2011. Okay. I'm going to leave the end date today. Okay. And actually yesterday is the end date. And you can see here that when I selected this back test period, it actually even tells me what market events happened during this period. So it's actually really useful. So it tells us that in 2011, there was a debt ceiling crisis. In 2015, there's a China crisis. In 2018, there's a correction. In 2020, obviously that was COVID, right? In 2021, we had a bear market. So this is telling us that if we're back testing over this whole time period, we're covering all of these events. So we're making sure that not only are we going back far in time, but now we're making sure that we're going through all these different recessions, all these different problems. So when we run this back test, we can be confident that this strategy is something that's going to work well in the future, right? Because if we can go back all the way to 2011 up until today, that's 14 years of back testing. We can be pretty confident this is probably a good strategy, right? Of course, nothing is certain, right? But we can have a really high degree of confidence that this actually works well. Okay, so I hit that run back test button. We can see here that it's queued. Okay, we're going to wait for this thing to come out of queued. We might have to restart this thing. We're still working out the kinks a little bit, so sometimes I have to start and restart and stop and restart it. So I'm going to give it a few seconds here. If it doesn't come out of queued, I'm going to stop it and I'm going to start again. But essentially what's going to happen here is we're going to see how the strategy did over a long time period, right? There we go. So it's back testing now. Perfect. This keeps getting better and better. So you see it's in back testing stage, right? It's 58 seconds in. It's going to take maybe about 2 or 3 minutes for it to back test and get us back the results of how this all went, right? So again, so we went into this website. We see that we have a bunch of different strategies that are already doing quite well. You can see our strategies on botspot.trade. And for those of you that are joining late, let me really quickly go over again botspot.trade while our back testing is going. I'm going to share this link again as well for any of you guys that showed up a bit late, right? So Habib says, I would probably need to have my assistant look at this. Looks like a full-time job, or can I run it alone and work full-time? You can absolutely do this part-time. This is very, very simple. If you have a strategy that you want to run, you can literally get it up and running in like 2 minutes. This is not something that you need to do as a full-time job. Absolutely not. Thank you for bringing that up, though, Habib. If this is something that seems more difficult to you, literally the first time you do it, it's quite simple. You could go through our different strategies and do that. We also have a lot of help that you get. If you join us, we get on calls with you. We make sure that we get you set up properly. So when you sign up to us, you don't just sign up, you also get all the additional help along with this. So we make this really, really easy for you. Right. Okay, so as I was saying, for those of you that joined a little late, you can see here on our website, botspot.trade, you can see a bunch of different algorithms that us and other people have been running. You can see some of them have been doing really well. Past 6 months, up 48%. This one's up 28% over past 6 months. This one's up 14% over past 6 months. So we have some strategies are quite good there already. But now we just created a brand new one using AI. What we did is we clicked on create a strategy using AI, and we were able to type in like a chat GPT to build out a trading strategy for us to create, a strategy that you guys can use and run yourselves, right? Okay, so we have that there. We're letting this thing back test. We'll give it a few minutes and we'll see exactly how the strategy performed. Is actually one of my favorites to do is being able to trading TQQQ. I actually love trading TQQQ. It's one that's actually made me quite a bit of money over the years. Okay, there we go. So we see this thing's finished. We can see back test completed. Scroll down to see your results. Here are the results. These are quite good. There's a 31% annual return with this one. Quite nice. The max drawdown is 48%, which is somewhere close to what the stock market did, maybe a little bit higher. Sharp ratio is good. Sortino ratio is good. This is saying total return is 47%, which doesn't make sense. And then the ROMAT is 0.65. And what we could do is we could actually click on these downloads here. If you guys have been part of our education for a while, you can actually see all these tear sheets and things here. So for example, I'm going to click on tear sheet HTML, and here's a really nice breakdown of how it's working, right? So here's our tear sheet, right? 4,700% is actually what it's up by, not 47%, 4,700%. Quite a big difference. So really nice performance here. You can see comparing it to the S&P 500, even risk adjusted, it's beating the S&P 500. You can see here there's time periods where it didn't trade, which is really smart because that's why we put in that 200-day moving average filter. 31% a year, I'd say that's pretty damn good. Stock market does about 15% a year. We could actually break this down here. Let's say if we compare this to SPY, so stock market, the total return over this time period, this is compound interest is really what this is showing us here, from January 2011 up until today. If you had invested in the S&P 500, you'd be up 472%. However, if you had invested in this strategy, you'd be up 4,700%. Quite a large difference. We're talking about 10x money difference using this strategy, using TQQQ and a 200-day moving average filter. That's quite a nice result there. Cool. So that's our tear sheet. You could also download CSV files if you want to do that instead. But what I want to show you is one thing that people have been asking us for a long time, is this interactive chart right here. So we're going to click on open chart, and you're going to see here that not only do we give you the strategy performance, but we also now give it to you with a trading view chart. So for those of you that really like using trading view, here is a very nice trading view chart that you could take a look at. This is exactly how the strategy performed. You can see down here is the cash. So how much cash did you have on hand? You can see here that when it went flat, we actually bought, or we sold everything. We held on to cash for a little while. Here, same thing. We sold everything, held on to cash for a little while in 2021. And you could actually even zoom into all these things. You can click on each one of these buys and sells. It tells you exactly how much was bought, how much was sold, right? And what symbols. You could do all the really cool trading view stuff. You could take a look at a ruler. Like, for example, we could see this run up here. We went from here to here. This was up 85%, right? Over 480 days or 450 days. It was up 85%. That's pretty damn good, right? So you could do all the stuff that you like doing with TradingView. We have all the tools available to you here. You could do your whatever lines on the chart and all these different things if you want to analyze how it's going. We're also going to be adding in all the indicators very soon as well. So for example, we'll have the 200-day moving average plotted on this chart too. So you can see exactly what's going on. You can analyze your strategies in detail, right? So let's say, for example, here's the strategy I think has a really nice result. Is there anything that we could do to make it better, right? So why don't we go into here? Because we have this trading view chart, we can kind of analyze things a little bit. Let's go back and let's modify this strategy. Okay, this is already a really good result, but how can we make this thing better? So because it's AI, you don't have to code anything, right? Super simple. I'm going to go back to this AI builder, and I'm going to tell it to do things a little bit different. Is there anything that you guys think would improve this strategy? I'm thinking maybe change the 200-day moving average to maybe like 100 days or 150 days or something like that. Is there anything that you guys want to change? Whether that's you guys on YouTube or you guys on Zoom. Well, let's try this out. Okay. Let's say I could type just into this thing right here. Okay. I could say change the 200-day moving average to be 150 days instead, right? Let's see if that improves things, right? I'm going to do 150-day moving average. I'm going to hit refine strategy. It's going to go off into AI land, build this thing for me. I don't have to write a single line of code. We make this thing super easy, right? Click on that button. We wait a few seconds here for it to finish up, right? And after a few seconds, we see here that's version 2 now. You could read the AI strategy notes. The only change made to the strategy was to update the look back period from 200 days to 150 days as requested by the user. In addition, docstring and log messages were updated to reflect the 150-day moving average. Very cool. Okay, great. So the AI did it for us. We didn't have to do anything. We could literally just type to it. We're actually going to be adding in a thing where you could even just use your voice. Like you don't even have to type at all. And we'll hit backtest strategy. Let's try this one. Okay. So now we're doing version 2. Let's try this out. We're also going to go back to 2011, January 1st. Okay. It covers all these periods. I'm going to hit run backtest. Okay. So now we're running this backtest. We're going to see, is it better to do a 200-day moving average, or is it better to do a 150-day moving average? Which one is going to do better? Do we have any bets here? Who thinks 150 days is going to be better? Who thinks 200 days is going to be better? Okay, well, we'll see the results here. And because it's AI, again, you guys can try a bunch of different things. You could try different tickers. You could do this. I know a lot of people really like trading NVIDIA, right? We could change it instead of TQQQ. Let's trade NVIDIA, right? Instead of NVIDIA, you could trade Palantir, right? You could very easily make this bot do exactly what you guys want it to do, and then back test it. Make sure that it's something that actually works well. And then once you're done with it, I'm going to show you how to actually deploy this thing. For those of you that are actually running this, I'm going to show you how to deploy it. We're going to make deployment a lot easier very shortly. It takes a little bit of coding effort, but once you do it once, it gets easier on the first try. After the first try, we also, again, have a lot of people that could get on the phone with you and just walk you through it, right? We have a whole staff. You can book a call with our staff to basically walk through any of this stuff to make it super, super easy for you. We could just do it for you, really. Cool. So let me read this here from Nate. So Nate says, I think the 150-day moving average might have more frequent trades, but it might get a better overall result. Good synopsis. Let's see. Yeah, so the question is that going to be better or not? So we're waiting for this here to happen. Right, and then once we have this, we'll have the one that we want to run, and I'll show you guys how to actually run this on a broker. We support a bunch of different brokers. We support Alpaca, Tradier, Charles Schwab is one that we just added recently. Alpaca is a really good one. We're actually going to be just integrating directly with Alpaca soon, so you'll make it super easy. We'll make it super easy to do that stuff. We'll show you how to actually run these things as well. Right, so letting it back test. There we go, finished, 2 minutes. That was actually pretty fast. Cool, so back test completed. We can see here, this one has an annual return of 17% versus the other ones. Wow, it's actually quite a big difference. The one where the first one that we ran with a 200-day moving average had 31% annual return, whereas with a 150-day moving average, I had a 17% annual return and a much higher drawdown. So looks like 200-day moving average it is. All right, and if we go into here, we could see Trading View. We can look at Trading View exactly what happened here, right? Definitely, it seems like it's trading more often. I think you're right about that, Nate. So definitely trading more often. Okay. And so now that we have that, now that we're like, okay, this strategy works. Okay, this is a really nice return for me. I like 31%. Let's say you want to run this thing. Okay, let me show you how to run it. And again, like I said, if you guys ever need help with this, we do have the ability to book a call with us. I'm actually going to write a little note to myself. We have a help center here. Okay. If you click on help, we have a bunch of videos that explain to you how to do all this stuff. We have some blogs that explain to you how to do it as well, right? Our blog, our documentation. We show you all the different secrets that you need here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little note to myself to also add in the ability to book a call through this page, because I think that would be really helpful for you guys. So you guys will see that in the next couple days, that you'll be able to book a call directly from the help page, right? If you guys need help, we make it super simple for you, right? Okay, cool. So let's run the strategy. So I'm going to go back to this AI builder. I'm going to open up this strategy I made here, created April 2nd, 4:17 p.m. I'm going to flip over to version 1 because version 1 was better. This was the one with the 200-day moving average. So this is the code that now is yours. First of all, you guys can do whatever the heck you guys want with this code. This code belongs to you. You guys can use it for whatever you guys want. You don't have to pay for this. You don't have to do any of that. This is now belongs to you, right? And you can take this code and now run it. So let me show you how to run this code, okay? So first thing we need to do is we need to work with a broker. I'm going to be using Alpaca as a broker. If you guys have never used Alpaca before, they're actually a fantastic broker. They're kind of like Robinhood for trading algorithms, right? And I say that because they have no trading fees, just like Robinhood does. They're very, very easy to use. And They are very good with trading algorithms, with building all this kind of stuff, which is why we love using them. And we're actually going to be building much deeper integrations with them to make it super, super easy to use them. They have this really cool thing where we could like literally just build it directly into our website, which is what we're working on. But for now, sign up on Alpaca. It's free. Go ahead, click the sign up button. Really simple. This will literally take you 10 seconds. You just have to verify your email. That's it. And then once you do that, you'll be able to log in. You'll see here, this is my account, or one of my accounts. I have like 50 different accounts with these guys. So we log in here. You can continue creating your account here. If you want to actually deposit real money, you can go through the individual account, yada, yada, yada. But I'm going to do this with paper trading for now. Okay, I just want to show you guys how to do this with paper trading, just so you guys can see kind of how all this works. Okay, so I'm going to click here on home in the top left-hand corner. And then we're going to come back to this page in a little bit, right? We're going to get the API key from this page. We're going to leave this alone, okay? So that's our broker. And like I said, we work with a bunch of other brokers too. Interactive brokers, Tradier is another one that we work with. We work with Tradeovate is another one that we actually just recently added. We work with Tradeovate Ninja Trader. It's owned by the same company now. We work with Schwab's. We work with a lot of different brokers. This is still my favorite. I do love using Alpaca, but you guys probably have an account with one of the brokers that we have already. So you could use those if you want to. I'm going to use Alpaca. And then next thing we got to do is we got to go to Replit. Okay, you guys maybe have heard of Replit. These guys are rock stars in the tech world. I think they just got like a $2 billion valuation, or probably even more than that, actually. One of the fastest growing companies in tech right now. They make it super, super easy for you to take code and actually run it and deploy it, which is exactly what we're going to do here. Okay. So if you haven't made an account, you can make an account with Replit. It's free, right? So you can make an account there. I'm going to hit create app. I'm going to pick Python because this is a Python app. I'm going to hit create app. Okay, cool. Now that I've done that, all I need to do now is copy my code over. There's a nice big copy code button, and paste it into this main.py thing here. Okay, so I'm going to paste that in there. Okay. And then now we just have to put in our API keys to tell it to trade through our account, right? Because how else is it going to know to trade our specific broker account? Well, you have to give it API keys, which is kind of like saying it's a password for computers, right? If you've never heard of API keys, it's basically a password for computers. It enables us to basically connect to your account and actually do those trades. Okay? So if you guys need a little help with it, like I said, we have our help page here that hopefully makes it quite easy for you. We're going to keep improving this thing. Like I said, we're going to add in even the book a call thing here so that you guys can book a call. But check out our help center. If you scroll down to the bottom of the help center, it shows you how to connect to all these different brokers. We have Schwab, we have Interactive Brokers, we have Kraken, we have Coinbase, we have Alpaca, we have Tradier, and I'm going to go here to Alpaca. And it shows that we have to add in these 3 keys. Okay. So I'm going to copy the first one. There's a big copy button. I'm going to go over to Replit, and I'm going to go into Tools and Secrets. Okay. And I'm going to add a new secret. Okay, so there you go. So add a new secret. The key is going to be the one that you got from the website. Okay, so from our help page. And then it tells you where to get this. It's the API key from your Alpaca brokerage account. An example value looks like this. So I'm going to go to Alpaca. I'm going to go down and find my API keys, which is right here, this section. If you're on a large screen, it's on the right-hand side. If you're on a smaller screen, it's at the bottom. Either way, here's my API keys. I'm going to hit regenerate to make a new key. And you see here, now I have this key. I'm going to go here, copy, and paste it into Replit. Okay, we're halfway there. I'm going to hit add secret, and I'm going to go new secret. I'm going to go back to the help page. I'm going to click Alpaca API secret, copy that, paste that into Replit. And then from Alpaca, I'm going to copy over my secret, okay, and paste that into the value, hit add secret, and we're done. And that's it. Now we can hit run, and this strategy is going to run. And now that 200-day moving average strategy that you saw, this one that we back tested and got some really nice results, 31% a year, that is now yours. And now it's actually trading for you. That's all you had to do is literally go over to Replit, fill in these keys. Now you can see this thing running. It's going to take a little bit of time. If you go into console, you can see this thing running. And once it's finished, you'll see this thing actually run for you, and you'll have a nice trading strategy that hopefully lives up to the back test. 31% a year, 4,700% over the past 14 years. That's pretty damn good. I'd like to have 47 times my money. I would not mind that. It would make me quite rich. We actually have some money in a bunch of these different things. I've been doing very well, like you could see on our botspot.trade website. Okay, cool. So we let this thing run here. I'm just letting console go, and you'll basically see that it's going to print out. It's going to tell you a bunch of different things of what it's doing. You just have to give it a little bit of time, and that's basically it. You have yourself a nice trading algorithm. You built it with AI. You back tested it directly on the website, and now we're able to run it on Replit. Super simple, right? Here it is. Strategy will check in again. So it's going to check in again at 9:30 a.m. All right, which is 1300 is that's GMT time. All right, I'm actually gonna give myself another little note. Strategy will check in again to. I'm going to make this so that it's in your time zone, so it makes it even easier for you guys. Or at least put the time zone on there. But basically, that's it. This thing's running. When the market starts up again tomorrow, when the market opens tomorrow, we will see this thing actually place trades and work for us, right? Now, if you guys are actually running this, you're using our website, you want to actually see how this thing can stay going for you. Using run will run it for you. But the thing is, if you close your computer, it's going to stop running. That's the way that Replit works, is that it only runs for a couple hours or something like that, and then will eventually turn off. If you want this thing to permanently run for you, then what you're going to do is you're going to click on deploy. You're going to use reserved VM, click deployment, and then down at the bottom here, you're going to click background worker, and then you're going to hit deploy. And there we go. Super simple. Deploy this thing. You have a running strategy for you that is, again, hopefully making you that 32% a year with this particular strategy. But I'd love to hear what else you guys have. Do you guys have any specific trading strategies that you use? Right? We hear a lot of really cool stuff. Do you guys have any kind of options trading strategies that you guys use? We've built a Palantir trading bot. We actually have a video about that if you want to see. Pretty crazy results. It trades call spreads. We've built a lot of Iron Condor trading bots. Really anything that you can imagine, we can have this AI builder do. It's very, very powerful. We're able to create options trading bots, stock trading bots, crypto trading bots. We're adding in futures very soon and adding in Forex very soon. So you can build your bots literally using AI, back test them, see the results. Very, very simple, and actually have these bots running for you, making you money, right? Cool, awesome. So that's basically it. If we were to back test, if we were to deploy this, I'm going to cancel it because I already have this bot running personally. So I'm going to cancel it. But if you want to run this bot yourself, you just let it finish deployment. Done. You have this thing running for you, and now you have a bot. You don't have to do anything. You do it once. Habib, you mentioned earlier, getting your secretary to do this or your assistant to do this. Once you have done this once, you don't have to do it again, right? So that's the really nice thing about it. Right. So Habib says, personally, I'm not a trader. I am an investor. Okay. What caught my attention about this was the bot. Right. So what do you mean by that, Habib? We actually have many, many different bots, right? We have, I think to date, we've made over 100 different trading bots. So we have quite a few different ones. And with this new AI builder, we're actually having a lot of people build bots as well in our community. So what we're going to do shortly, and this is a feature that we really want to add in, it's going to be one of our big features that we're working on over the next month, is we allow you to basically use the bots that we have created, or you could use the bots that our community has created. We have over 100 different bots. We're going to make that very easy for you to actually deploy and use. All right. So if you sign up to one of our plans, specifically our pro plan, you can actually use the bots that we have on this website. Right. So Habib says the bot can make passive income. It can work while I work or sleep. That is exactly what these things do. That is 100%. That's exactly what these things do, Habib. Yeah, so for example, this TQQQ trading bot, this thing deployed, it's going to keep running even when you sleep, even while you're working. It's going to keep running, going to keep making money for you. This Iron Condor trading bot, for example, this one is up 58% since we started it. We started this bot, what was that, 6 months ago, maybe 7 months ago? In August 15th, we started this bot. Maybe it's what, 8, 9 months? Up 58%. Again, just like you said, runs in your sleep, runs while you work. You don't need to think about it, right? We ran this thing once, and that's all it has, and that's all it does, right? This one's available as part of our pro plan if you're interested in getting it. Same thing with this Alpha Pick spot. Same thing, running for us no matter what we do. It's making us money. Call it passive income, call it whatever you want to call it, investing. This one's basically taking stock picks from Seeking Alpha. They have this really cool thing called Alpha Picks. And we actually just copy their stock picks and put into a bot, and it does really, really well. They've performed extremely well, these stock picks that they've made. So yeah, so if you want to check it out, go to our website. The free trial is on there. So again, if you click on this Create Strategy Using AI, if you click that, you'll see the 30-day free trial show up. And again, if you guys sign up, it's 4:45 p.m. here Eastern time. If you guys sign up before 5 p.m., you guys are going to get double the amount of AI credits, and you guys get access to a bunch of different learning materials. You get access to a bunch of our different strategies. You guys can run any of these things through our website, right? So 30-day free trial, got nothing to lose. Click the button, and I'll see you guys on the other side, right? Cool. So that's pretty much everything. It's funny, the back testing component actually shaved a lot of time off this presentation. Normally we go for longer than an hour. It's actually a lot shorter now because of this new feature, which is really cool. Do you guys have any questions for me before we finish up for today? Make sure you guys sign up, right? If you guys sign up again during this time, we're going to give you double the amount of AI credits just because you signed up during this time of the webinar. It's a policy that we have. If you sign up during one of our webinars, we give you double the amount of credits. We give you a little bit of a buffer at the end as well, just to give you guys a little bit more time because you might be listening right now. So go get your credit cards, sign up, right? But any other questions you guys have around anything? I'd love to hear also what kind of bots you guys would want to build. What kind of bots do you envision? Do you have any strategies that you guys have used? We've built so many of them. We have a lot of really cool ones on here that have been doing quite well. This one, Captain Backtest, lately has been doing pretty well. I keep seeing messages about that one, right? We have a bunch of Iron Condor trading ones. We have a lot of different strategies on here that have been performing quite well. I personally really like this one, the Condor Spy 12. I really like the Alpha Pix ones. Those are some of my favorites personally. All right, cool. Well, thank you guys very much. It's been a pleasure having you guys on the call. If you guys do sign up, make sure that you also book a call with one of our staff members so that they can get you basically all set up. They're really helpful. Get them on the phone. They can walk you through everything that's available to you. They can also show you our existing algorithms that we have as well. So if you want to run any of the ones that you have on this page, we'll show you how to do that, how to get the pro plan and actually run any of the algorithms that we have. If you want to make one of your bots through AI, they can walk you through that. If you need help deploying, they can help you with that. Our staff are very, very helpful. So make sure that you book a call with our staff as well so that they can help you out with all that stuff. All right. Okay. Hope you guys have a great day. It's been a pleasure. And I'll see you guys in our future YouTubes and all the different things that we're up to as well. All right. Have a good one, guys.